Hi, everyone. It's Linda G here in Northern California, where it is warm, but not as warm as it was yesterday. You opened the door, and I swear to God, you felt like the oven was hitting you. So, thank you guys for all the questions. Thank you for the questions. And I got nearly 400 questions, you guys. So people be curious. I'll probably need to do a live again coming up. Maybe Friday I'll do a live. Uh, but this is fun. Thank you so much. Thank you. People are saying they're praying for Mel. Mel goes in on Thursday. He had electrocardiogram and something else I can't remember. And it looks good. He's worried, and I can understand. But I see him making a full recovery. I see him being okay. Boy, that guy goes. He just goes. Okay, so somebody said he feels awesome, and rightly so. He has one hell of a chance to become president. I don't know who he was talking about. I watched a little bit. I could barely stand it because it's just blatant lies. Um, Blanche's interview to the Senate, and then there also was Jay Clayton, who just playing. I'm not going to play these games with you. That's how they always do it. I'm not going to perform for the camera. They always act like that's what the Dems are up to. They just can't answer a question. But the thing, I put it on my community, the thing that pissed me off, in fact, I had to turn the TV off, was tell us. And he said, oh, you know, of course, the January 6 people should have been pardoned because, how did he say it? He said they should have been pardoned because they just made a stupid mistake. So, yeah, they made one little stupid mistake in their life and they should be pardoned. So, really, you think taking a life and damaging, what is this thing here? Sorry, you guys. Hold on one second. It's driving me nuts. I'm up here with my shirt. It's brand new out the laundry. Hold on. There we go. Can't take me anywhere. Shoot. Okay, so now Blanche, I was really hoping he wouldn't get put in, but I was hoping that the Republicans that Trump turned on wouldn't vote for his person. But let me look, okay? I can't guess it. I have to know for sure. Is Blanche going to become the Attorney General? Blanche is in huge trouble. They weren't joking about putting him to get his license removed. And I think it'll get removed. But it doesn't seem like it's like if he gets in, it doesn't seem like it happens until the new administration comes. We're only looking at 6 months till the new team comes on. And boy, oh boy, are we going to have some hearings. So hold on, I'm going to ask for the birth date. Hold on one second. Okay, Blanche's birthday is August 6th of 74. My daughter is August 5th of 75. And Leo's have been going through a tough time. So tell me, and we'll hit up Andre and we'll hit up Ness and get more deets about what's going on and if they can get probably the time of birth. We ask for the truth and only the truth. Will Todd Blanche be the next Attorney General? Trump has already talked to all these Republicans. He's told them you're going to get them in there. He's told them that. Um, will he become the next Attorney General? And I could have swore I was seeing no, but you know what? He might get in, but he's not going to be in long. Because he is going to get in trouble, and I'll read on it. He is going to get in trouble for, yeah, he's got some bad news coming up. He is going to get in trouble for, yeah, he thinks he's going into a happy home and everything's reversed. He's got money issues or stealing money or something with money. Um, I think they're going to offer it to him, you guys. Doggone it. I was hoping they wouldn't. Okay, let me look at him. August 6th. He idolizes Trump. Everything they're throwing out comes back via the courts. I see them tossing something and then it just being thrown back via the courts. And I see them seriously putting him up to remove his license. Let's look real quick. Well, Todd Blanche, who's been referred to lose his license, will his license be taken away? I see a lot. I see him in tears, actually. Bad move, dude. Shouldn't have done it. And he can't say, I don't know him. Somebody told him, Pam Bondi said it wasn't a strong enough case to go against. I can't remember who it was. And then as soon as he went in there as temporary, uh, whatever, AG, he picked it right up. He said, here, sir, I'm going to do what you say, and I'm going to do it with a smile on my face. Will he lose his life? Somebody just said yes. Okay, hold on, let me look. Will he lose his license? He's going to have to hire attorneys to fight. Everybody's upside down. There's a lot of people. There's about 2 or 3 other guys getting ready to lose their license. Here's them here's them taking it away from him and him mourning. He will lose his license. It might not be till next June, but he won't. Whoever comes in, they're going to impeach him or something. He's not going to be able to last long. He's not at all. And then before you know it, it's time to vote for a president. Okay, so that was good. Now, here we go. Yeah, when will we know the real truth about McConnell? They're trying to stop them from having a runoff election. I see this guy, this poor guy, this Democrat trying to get down to the brass tacks. Where is he? And him being stopped at every door. When will the truth about McConnell be known? Yeah, they're trying to stop that. Ooh, he's gone. Girl, he's gone. Now, remember before I said 2 weeks, 2 months? Justice will be served. The Three of Swords is the outcome. Come on, tell me. Give me the 411. How are they going to? And I saw the news saying Mitch McConnell is dead. And they're going to say something like he had a heart attack. He was recovering and he had a heart attack or something like that. They're going to try to prove that they lied and hid this, but they're not going to be able to do it until the new administration comes in. And by that, I even mean by January of this year. Because Trump's getting ready to go down himself. They're going to give Trump such a bad time. It's really going to take him over the edge. Everything that Blanche tries to throw out comes back. It's almost like I see him tossing something and the wind is blowing at the ocean. And did I ever tell you guys that story about my ex-husband, number one? He was dirt poor when he was little and he lived in Ohio. And his father would come home drunk and had about five boys, I guess, and made them all get in the car. He had a big car that all the kids could sit in the back, and you don't dare have him stop to go pee because he didn't like that. So he said one time, I think his brother Emil had to go, and the dad handed him a cup. Go in the cup, all pissed off. So he handed the cup back to his dad, and his dad rolled down the window. You know, you had to do it this way in those days. And he threw that cup of pee out, and it went right back on his face. I think they all got beat after that. But oh my God, I laughed so hard when he told me that story. But that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing things getting thrown out and coming right back on his face, right back on his face. You guys are going to really be happy pretty soon. Gleeful happy. God is standing. God, you know, God isn't a person, it's an energy, and it's an omnipresent love force. And we are tapping into it. And I like how you guys are kind of like, we're all burnt out. This is correct. But you're not desperately seeking. You know, a lot of you still ask me, Linda, when? And I wish I could tell you when. I know when the new administration comes in, the new Congress comes in, things are really going to get going. They're talking behind closed doors. They're talking behind closed doors. Oh, I see Susan Collins not being happy. I don't think she's going to win her seat. They were mad at her for giving all that money to ICE, and she said, well, they were supposed to get the cameras, whatever, you're still in. Listen, they're done with her. They said that's actually that poor man that was taken out. That's one of the reasons she's going down. And may I say this too? Entertainment purposes only. She's got health things coming up herself. When you see her face lately, when they're taking pictures of her, it's not necessarily that she looks like she's sick, but she looks like she's unhappy. Oh, look how glossy my lips are. I got to keep my lipstick on because the Menzies is working outside. I don't know if you can hear the big trucks. They be driving them big trucks and big Caterpillar trucks and everything. So I have to go out and check my mailbox. Hi, Menzies. Oh God, those poor guys. They worked yesterday. I'm telling you, I usually leave this patio door open with the doggy door for Jack, but I had to close it and only open it if you had to go outside because that's how hot it was. It was like a heater coming in. I think it was 100 something. But they got that fire above me, right behind me. You could see all the smoke. They put it out lickety split. And part of the reason is Governor Newsom got us two new fire planes. Ever since he got those planes, I noticed they've been able to put fires out pretty good. This one didn't take structure, but 160 acres was burned, which is probably, sometimes I think it's good to have, some burning out of really hot, dry land. I talked to my friends Dennis and Julian. Dennis is in Arizona, and Thursday they have a horrible monsoon coming, just horrible, Armageddon winds and everything. So prayers for Arizona, prayers for Texas. Texas, every time I turn the Weather Channel on, Texas is flooding. But weren't they dry? Just like Dennis told me, they've been in a drought, Arizona. Oh, but I forgot to tell him something. So I'm going to tell you guys and then I'll contact him. I had the weirdest hit. So, Sedona's been going through a lot of fires. And it's very sad because everybody loves Sedona. And he said, Sedona's hella dry, and it's probably this monsoon will finally fill up the river or whatever's up there. Do you know I heard that man talk to me and he told me Sedona has been faking a spiritual realm. They overdid it. They commercialized it. I don't know what that means, but that's what I heard. I mean, because I love Sedona. They got a lot of cool shops and crystals and all. And initially it was good, but now like they're overpriced and there's people in there just to take people's money. It was a weird feeling like all that fire, when it gets wet, it's going to start doing the burn slides and stuff. I just heard that, so we'll see if that happens. I mean, I really used to love Sedona, but it did get too commercialized. And I'll be honest with you, I love seeing my friends where they live, but they don't live in Sedona. There's some good restaurants, but I don't miss Sedona. Okay, you guys. Well, enough about me. What do you think of me? Oh, okay. So I wanted to tell you about that hit I got in Sedona. And Dennis said, Linda, you told us there was going to be a bad storm coming to Arizona. You told us this a couple of years ago, really bad. And I think this is the one coming up. The other thing is earthquakes. I've been feeling earthquakes. There was a 4.5 up in Oregon off the coast. There was a couple in Willett, and I'm really feeling Southern California. But yeah, earthquakes are, and that all these people are warning, that there's earthquakes coming, but I've been feeling it. Normally, if I don't feel it, I say, yeah, you guys, I don't feel it. I'm feeling it. I can sort of feel it, but when I know, and I'll let you know, when I get sick, when I start feeling nauseous, it's like, holy cow, something big is coming. But I don't see Armageddon or end of times, none of that stuff. Okay. So the truth about McConnell is coming out sooner than later, you guys. Don't worry. I mean, we're already halfway in July. August 3rd is the date they want. And then they're going to act like, oh, gee, golly, he just died in his sleep or something, or he had a heart attack or something. Barbara's asking, why isn't Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear using his power? He's doing the best he can, you guys. And remember, he's in a red state. He's doing the best he can, and he's coming upon iron doors. Don't worry, all this will change. Yeah, suckers. Will Bernie Sanders' bill stopping aid to Israel go through? I got to read on that one. Hold on. I think a lot of people want it to stop, but you got your Republicans. Maybe after the other people go, the repubes go. But you got a lot of Democrats. Even the speaker, the minority speaker, doesn't want this to go through because they're all in the pocket. They get a paycheck from Israel. Israel's getting ready to go down. There won't be any choice on the matter anymore. But I read that thing passed that we're supposed to commingle with Israel's army. That wasn't true. It didn't pass. It barely was defeated, but it didn't pass. Okay, so will it go through? It's the right thing to do because the money, here we are giving so much money to a place that has free health care, free housing. And in the meantime, the rest of us have nothing. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go through right now, but it'll come down later. He has to watch his health too. Look, Bernie has to watch his health. He works so hard. I don't know what's coming up with Bernie, but his health is flagging with me. Okay. Okay, let's go here. 300 something. I got a couple of days worth of questions. Was Lindsey Graham in the Epstein files as an abuser? Ooh, somebody just told me yes. Yes, and we'll find out later. Listen, all the files will be done and coming out, especially with this new Congress, but even more especially when we get a new president. And by the way, the FBI, what did I tell you? I told you that they were going to go in there, and they were going in there just to get, computers and stuff, just to make sure none of his dirty laundry was out there or anything related to Donald Trump. So that's what they did. They wanted to get rid of all evidence. So, yes, he is in the file. It'll come out. Let me ask something really quick. They put a little bouquet of flowers over there where, what's his face? Ladybug sat. I wanted to look real quick at, they're really talking trash about Jack Smith. They want to do something, but they're not going to be able to do anything. Is Jack Smith going to be our new AG when the new president? I hear yes. I'm telling you, I see him in as Attorney General, and not being a Merrick Garland. He's going to get in there and cause some damage. And that Eileen, whoever she is, the one that we've been seeing, she's the one holding up the paperwork. That stuff's going to come out. Don't even worry. But I feel like she's going to be disbarred. It's not happening right now. Well, not while Trump is in office. Jack Smith. Yeah, they're trying. They're trying to give him a real bad time, including his family. His energy seems brighter to me. He seems like somebody you wouldn't mind sitting down having a cup of coffee with, chit-chatting. He probably don't like stupid, which means he might not like me, but I can tell some good dirty jokes and stuff. I'm sure he'd like that. He'd appreciate that. Sorry, you guys. But he just seems like a guys. He probably likes to talk about sports, which I can talk about football. So, look at this. Bada bing, and motion, movement, making things happen. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. I can hardly stand it. Because even when all this heartache with these people talking and lying to all of us, Chuck Grassley and all of them, and then that tell us, oh, well, there's a lot of people just made a mistake. They shouldn't have lost their livelihood. No, really, you think defecating in the Capitol and smearing it all over the walls? Well, it's just a mistake. My God. How about if we go in your house and defecate in your house? Okay. So we did Lindsey Graham. Poor Nolan. I think it was untoward. I don't think it was an accident. I think this was a homicide. That's my feeling. Okay. And he's such a bright star over there because you remember on the pictures, his smile, he has the most beautiful smile. He was so better looking than them white guys. I mean, I'd have picked him out of a crowd. Oh, yeah. But he's way too young for me. But anyway, something untoward happened. And the fact that they had his cell phone and everything and his keys to his car and try to act like they didn't. Yeah, his family knows what's up. They're going to be able to prove that something untoward has happened. I think even with the new autopsy. Now listen, you guys, August 3rd. That's the date. That's the date around there, a couple of days later. That's when they're going to announce, or maybe even right before. they're going to announce, oh, he died in his sleep, something like that. Yes, his Trump's name was removed from the Kennedy Center. Hold on, let me ask when that thing's going to be taken down because I thought it had been taken down. Apparently, it hasn't. He's such a big baby. Well, if he and also they're challenging. They think his name should be up. He's just a huge baby, a diaper clad baby. When are they going to take it down? August, I'm hearing. I see big names. I've told you this before. It might not happen until the new administration comes in. See, Trump thinks any money that comes to that center belongs to him. He already stole a bunch of money. That's part of the problem. For instance, when the new president comes in, then it's, I saw famous people doing shows to help recuperate for the losses they've experienced. I see them wanting to make the Kennedy Center. So, oh, Alex Pretty. Yeah. And when I look at Alex and Renee, I see such a light around them, almost like as if you were to tell them you're going to sacrifice your life for this, they would have said, "What?" But I almost feel like they've become such heroes in the eyes of humans. And it was such an injustice that happened to him. And the guys still running around, the people that shot him, um, I see such a justice coming. Not that they're looking for justice because they're on the other side. They know that they've got a bad time coming. All of them do. All those ICE people do. Even the ones that did that current shooting in Maine. Ooh, let me tell you, that poor guy with his wife and the kid is just traumatic. I see ICE having to pay out a good fat amount of money to Alex family, Renee, and this gentleman, and several others. There's been several others who have been lost their lives. Um, oh, let's look at tomorrow with Trump with the election being stolen. I don't know how many times on these hearings, even for that Jay Clayton, who said that at one point he said that the Biden won free and clear. I mean, and now he won't dive into it. He'd just say he was the one that they decided was president. But do you think he won, free and clear? And he won't answer it because his Royal Highness is watching, pooping his diapers. Okay, let's look at the Thursday. I'm not watching. I don't know about you guys, but I got toilets to clean. I got some serious work to do. I have to have all my facilities, in place. You're showing me some pictures. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. I see him saying he's asking for an investigation on this and that. Oh, the pillow guy's gonna lose. He really likes the pillow guy because the pillow guy lost his business and everything for Trump. But he still stands up for Trump. Ooh, I don't see that many people watching. So it'll be a ratings, how he's about ratings. Look at this. The people aren't interested. And this is him crossing it. People are like, yeah, whatever. Um, Trying to get over a difficult time. Right now, he's not happy. Look at this. He might even be thinking about leaving. I don't think he's going to announce that, but he's talking about leaving. Um, wow, look at this. The military, Melania, but she's not around. People are writing his speech. Steve Miller is writing his speech for him, and it's a terrible speech. It's like a nothing burger. It doesn't, he lies so much and we're so used to it. It's like, yeah, whatever, you know. Like, tell us your homemade story because we know you're lying about everything you do. The thing is, the media tends to grab and go, oh my God, do you realize Trump said this? And it's like, yeah, so he always says bull. The less we pay attention to him, the better. Okay. So First Pony said, whatever happened to the soldier that was saved on the mountain after his helicopter went down? I don't know if you've seen the latest on it. Total bogus, totally made up story. Did you all hear about that? That wasn't true at all. And right now, our ships are getting hit by Iran, and hush, they're not letting these mothers and wives and daughters know about their loved ones, husbands. They're not letting them know. And I'm telling you, when we see the real list of the people who sacrificed for this, it's going to be pretty sad. So apparently that was a lie. Are you surprised? Oh, this is a good one from Coral. Will Katie Fang be successful in her Epstein lawsuit? Will the files be released as ordered in time? I see Blanche holding on to them like a Blanche, holding on, clutching his pearls. Did you see his grandchild was behind him on his daughter's lap or his daughter-in-law? I don't know who it was. I would never take a child to one of those hearings. You know, it was no time at all before that kid wanted out of there. I guess he just wanted to see this little white boy. That's my grandson. He was real white too. Let's take a look at Katie Fang. Girlfriend, how are you going to do with this lawsuit? Oh, she's going to get it. Oh my God. She's going to get it. They won't pay her right away, but she'll win her case. Look at this. Victory. Victory. Still a little bit more battle going on, but victory. I love it. Be lighthearted, just go forward. Listen, we don't have much. In 6 months' time, we're going to have a whole new administration except for the president. And we're going to be moving forward. Coming out of a period of being blind and not knowing what the truth is. Okay. So she's gone through disappointments with this, but she's going to look at this success. So she's a fighter. She's going to go in there and she's going to make this all happen. You go, Katie. Let's see. Someone said, will we ever stop funding Israel? And I heard yes, but what I'm hearing is Netanyahu is going. I'm telling you, him and Putin are going. I heard China's working with Putin right now to get him out of there. But that's hearsay. But I see funding for the military aspects of Israel. Because Israel, when the new administration comes in, it's going to be a whole different thing. And he's, you know, like I told you, I had a friend tell me he knew somebody who knew Netanyahu. This is years ago, before all this stuff took place. And he said, oh, because at that time he thought Netanyahu was well versed, you know, and he said, oh, how is he? He seems like a really nice guy. She said, he's pure evil. Pure evil. And that's who he is. But whoever this new person is, and I feel female, it could be a male with a lot of female energy, but I feel a reborn of Israel, like really getting down to brass tacks, really, because some of these people, they're even in the United States, these tourists, these Israeli tourists, and there's people walking around with a Palestine sign or something, and they attack them. And they think they should all be dead and the children too. What part of what happened with the Jews during the Nazi regime do they not understand? That's exactly how Hitler felt about the Jews. And you would think they would show some mercy, but they don't. It's really weird. It's really weird. But the good news is a lot of people don't believe what he believes. And my friend just wrote me and said Vance went on Joe Rogan. I'll find out later the deets. Vance is looking forward to being president. Oh, he just announced that Israel is losing the public opinion. Yeah, well, we know that. So will we stop funding them? Yes. But I do see Israel making amends for what they've done to different people. I read that Israel wants Donald Trump gone. They announced it, but you can't trust nothing you read. So I don't know. And why would they announce that? Maybe secretly they talk amongst themselves, but I don't see that. Okay. Well, the data center being built in Rapid City, South Dakota, I feel it's going to be stopped. And the one that's really going to help stop a lot of this is the one that Julia Roberts played her in a movie where she found PG&E lied about poison in the water. What's her name? I just went blank, sorry. But yeah, there's people who are really, because you know what? Some of the water is getting contaminated by whatever they're doing. So yeah, it's so weird because it was such a big deal. All this AI stuff, we're going to do this, and I see it just get click by click being stopped because people, and they're not going to be able to afford the gas bill and the water bill. They think the people will take care of it, and they won't. Will Democrat and Native woman Peggy Flanagan win Minnesota Senate seat? I feel yes. I don't know who she is, but I feel yes. Yeah, really. Meridian. I heard Trump is saying the 2020 election was rigged. He's always been saying that. So straight up lie. Can we show that the 2024 election was rigged? Yes, and that who's already in trouble on coming up for the task? Elon Musk, because he's been doing some underhanded stuff in other countries, and he's going to have to pay. I've told you guys this from a long time ago. And when the new administration comes in, he's a dead in the door. And Mexico is suing the United States for the death of Mexican, and they're acting like it can whatever, but I see it being paid off. I see it being paid off. Listen, don't phobic about earthquakes. I mean, the worst going to happen probably because I don't see Armageddon damage. We did lose. I was in the Loma Prieta, and a bridge broke and a freeway overpass collapsed. And I don't, if you were there, if you're in there when the big thing happens, it happens very quickly. We actually didn't get that many people. I had to show up. They asked all nurses and everybody to show up at your hospital, and I showed up, and it wasn't that many people. The one guy, Buster, I think was his name, that they were able to get out like after 3 days. He was at my hospital, which was a county facility, and they did everything to try to keep him alive. And then Kaiser insisted he's a patient of ours. We want him back. So we were like happy to give him back. And as soon as he went back to Kaiser, he passed away. Not that he wasn't going to pass away, but anyway, you get what I'm talking about. I think over 6 point is very likely. I see a couple of fours and a 6 point. Oh, and a boat out by Alaska with a bunch of family. I think they were doing something for a deceased relative. I don't know if they were throwing ashes or what, but like 14 family members, it toppled over because it was so rough out there. And one man was pulled out and they did CPR and he didn't make it. And they're still missing three more. Such a shame. Boy, that ocean will just eat you up. Will there be an investigation somewhere down the road into Sasha Riley? Down the road, there will be, because they're blocking him everywhere. They're saying that, oh, this is ridiculous. They're not going there. Will American public realize that socialism is not communism, as the GOP is advocating? Yeah, and they just lie, but it's only his people, and there's not that many people that adore him. Somebody said, I posted it on my community page, you guys. Where did I say it? Hold on. I think I did it on my community page. Hold on. My post, here we go. I literally cannot name one thing that Spain does better than America. Hold on. It's on my community page. Can you see it at all? No, you can't see it. I just want to show you look at that. That's so bright. Anyway, it's a picture of a green with red flag. Okay. And this woman said, education. That's the Portuguese flag, sir. So he said, I literally cannot name one thing that Spain does better than America. And he put up a Portuguese flag. Oh, God, that was funny. Sorry you can't see it, but if you go on my community page, you can see it. And then you can show it to your friends. I thought that was hysterical. So listen, you guys, I'm going to come off right now, but you guys gave me so much. Tomorrow is 3-card day for my members, and I'm doing F, GHIJKL. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. I have a meeting with my doctor tomorrow, a bunch of little things going on. And then I will catch you later. I don't know when I'll be able to do, probably even tomorrow I can do. I won't promise nothing because every time I do, I don't get it done. Because I have plenty of questions here. Thank you so much. Entertainment purposes only. And I can't wait. We're getting closer, you guys. We're getting closer. And let's see, November 2nd is the voting. And this is what? Middle of July, August, September, October. So it's actually only 3 months because there's only 2 days in November. So it's not even the whole month of November. I love it. Okay, you guys, I love you all. Catch you on the other side. Cheers.